Hey, what's up everybody? Trollpow J-Gun coming to you today with a look at the RSI Perseus. 4.4 is now live, and we can take a look at the ship. So here we go. It is small. It's fascinating how your perspective can change how things look. Over at the Vision Center in Orison, it looked so large, but now that it's here in my hangar, it actually looks quite tiny. I think the specs came out so that it's actually shorter than the Hammerhead, although it will be taller. Okay, so let's get up in the sky and take a look at this thing. We'll do a quick external walk around, and then I'll have fun trying to figure out how to get in it. And then we'll take it out for a spin. How about that? Should be fun. I'm excited. Are you excited? So there she is. Forgive the terrible camera work. This is the Chairman's Club Thundercloud paint that we got when we bought it. I think this went on sale, I don't know, it seems like forever ago. Maybe 2022, 2021, I don't know. But the Perseus went on sale. It's original concept sale, and if you bought it back then, you got this cool Thundercloud paint. But not to worry, because as we found out from the leaks, they're actually shipping like a whole bunch of really cool paints with the Perseus. And I'm really excited that they're colorful. As we know with the Polaris, sometimes you just get a different shade of gray, so which is not fun. So I'm glad that with the Perseus we're getting some colorful paints. So it's very cool looking. A lot more detail and greebling on the side than what we saw in the concept artwork. And there are people that are okay with that. I think there are some people that probably prefer the more smooth look of the concept art, which compares more to a modern military destroyer. RSI Perseus. Myself and a lot of others are not fans of the badging recently. Like, all these new ships, they have their name and brand on them, and it doesn't really make sense. Like, you're buying a warship. So let's go ahead and get inside. We've got docking colors on either side, which is nice. We've got cargo bay. And let's go ahead and click the button. Yeah, actually, now that I'm under it, this isn't that big of a ship, right? It's nice. It's a nice size. The SCU went up, I believe, to 96, which is fantastic. So she can carry quite a bit. The lift is quick, which is much appreciated these days. And it's got a great sound to it. Beautiful. And we have a deck above us with railing so people can look on out. Very cool. Ah, man, I love how quick that is. I love how quick that is. Again, more Perseus badging. So let's go ahead and, from the bottom deck, head forward. I believe we're heading forward. Lower deck elevator access. Okay, we have an internal elevator. And we have a ladder. RSI Perseus lower deck, relay access, component access, turret O2 lower. Oh, fascinating. Well, let's get in this thing and see what this is. This is probably the front top turret. I am so wrong. I'm terrible with these things. Oh, we're at the back of the ship. This is the rear turret. And let's turn it on. Can't turn it. Maybe that's because the gear are down. Okay, I'll have to set up some firing groups. Which I don't have time to do right now, but... Let's see, gunnery? No, not that. I want everything on the main group. There we go. Okay. That's fun. We'll have some fun with that. So now that we know that I was at the back of the ship, let's go ahead and head forward. Torpedo loading, beware. Can't click those yet. There's a button, and it looks like a door. Oh, it is. Oh, how cool is that? That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. Man, when you compare this to the Polaris, they did such an amazing job here. You know, with the Polaris, it's functional and it works, and it's a cool ship, but the interior is so boring and lacking in detail. And they definitely didn't skimp on the detail here on the Perseus. And actually on the Polaris, the torpedoes go through the elevator. Like the route of the torpedo tube doesn't even make any sense. So that is fantastic to see that they thought that through. So it looks like this takes us up a deck. But let's find out what's on the sides first, before we go up to the next deck. Oh, okay. Just the airlock. And it is a proper airlock. There is a decompression chamber between the two walls, so that's nice. You could stand in here. So then let's just assume this is the same. Yeah, okay. So you come in, and if you're coming in from the bottom, you're going to have your airlocks on starboard and port, and then straight back is access to that lower turret. So, okay, and that's it. That's the extent of this lower deck. So we can go up via the lift there, or you know what? Let's take this ladder. Oh, there's a lift here also. I do kind of like that no matter where you are, there's a way to get up. And that's really nice, because we do have some ships in the game where the only way to traverse decks is to run far away to a spot on the ship and find an elevator. So here we are above the cargo hold. Ugh. Come on, J-Gun. Don't get too fancy with the camera angles. Okay, and there's that. There's a ladder. Relays. Torpedo bay. And my cursor just got messed up. Looks like these are operator. Oh, engineering and torpedo. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So we stand over here, and this gets us to the upper turret. So you're really locked in here. You know, it's like a submarine. You can't really... It's not like there's any windows in here. So we are now at the front of the ship. Oh. I guess turning on power for the back turret also turns on power at the front turret. Okay, let's get these guys in the same firing group. Here we go. Oh, it's even got a clickety-clackety sound like an old World War II battleship. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's the front turret. So then to get up to the top deck... Oh, escape pods. That's nice. So there's escape pods for the people working at mid-deck, which is great. We don't want to forget about them. And... what is this? Ladder, elevator, engineering, crew quarters. Let's check out the crew quarters. Oh, nice. That's nice. It's big. Again with the fake mirrors. This must be an armory with suit lockers. Okay, so an armory with suit lockers on the port side. And crew quarters. You can sit down, okay. And I presume we have storage. Yep. We have 1,200 micro SCUs. It's not a lot. There's like a 1.2, like a tenth of an SCU. I guess a 12th of an SCU. But it's enough to throw some gear, and that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that makes sense, because the crew requirements for this ship are 6 people. So we're going to head over to starboard side. And we have the crew mess. And it's colorful, and it's pretty, and it's comfy. I like that. Yeah, they definitely learned their lesson from the Polaris. Time will tell if they'll go back and make the Polaris a little bit prettier. There's some decoration options, which is interesting. If they really get their persistence fixed, then that'll be pretty cool. You can put some posters on the walls. Yeah, forget it. I don't need to get fancy with the angles. But it's nice. I like it. Oh, 3 nozzle froyo machine. Typically only see that on Argo. So that's nice. Okay. So this is considered main deck. It's in the middle. Oh, and look at this room, engineering. And there's like lots of components back here. Avionics, relays, life support, coolers, power plant, radar shields. Oh, you know how cool this is, folks? So typically the ships, most of the ships were built first, and then engineering gameplay came along 10 years later. And what happens is your components are all over the ship. Like, imagine being in a Hercules Starlifter. Being an engineer could be really, really a pain in the butt. But they did something kind of brilliant here. All of the stuff that the engineer needs to work on, everything that's in his job description, is right here with him. So being an engineer on this ship should be easier than a lot of other ships where you might have to run around, you know, really far back and forth to get to someplace. With the Perseus, looks like a lot of it's just right here. There are some relay boxes around the ship with fuses that might need to be fixed and replaced. But how cool is that? Got a fire extinguisher, maintenance, engineer access. There's some interesting things going on here. It looks like this might be an engineering terminal, but I don't see the button right away. On tech preview, of course, like engineering stuff means something. You can interact with things. So, and I like this. I like the signage. I like the badging. You know, you're never. A lot of the ships, you're in them, and you're like, "Where am I? What is this? What's the next place?" But great job, Sig. You could tell they took their time to cook with the Perseus. You don't really ever have to be confused about where you are. And the main elevator is nice and snappy. Okay, we are on upper deck. And we're going to go backwards to get to the bridge. But if we go forwards, We have escape pods, which I hope someday come into the verse. But let's check out the captain's quarters first. I like it. Oh, I like it. Captain has his own gun rack. He's got a bed. Storage. Again, 1200 micro SEU. Yeah, again, artificial mirror, dedicated suit locker, place to sit. Okay. Yeah, they did a good job. And no attachment points here, which is weird considering they're in the mess hall, but that's okay. Okay, so this top deck is escape pods and the captain's quarters. And here we go to the... Oh, but what is this? Interior airlock. Oh, that's right, there's an airlock. That's right, I forgot about this. We saw this yesterday. There's an airlock on the top deck. Yes. Oh, folks, this is brilliant. I like this so much. So most ships aren't really designed to be walked on externally, but with this, they took a page out of kind of current Earth's playbook for military vehicles. You know, this, and there's even a railing here. It's so cool. Like, you feel like you're walking on the deck of a submarine or a warship. How cool is that? I recently just got back from Pearl Harbor and took a big tour of the Missouri. And man, how cool is it? How cool is that? Imagine, like, coming out here to fix something. I'm not saying that you would, but how cool is that? Over here, same thing. We have a dedicated walkway and we're protected. The other cool thing about this is, imagine, like, space battles, almost an EVA. You know, you've got protection here. And imagine as a boarder. Imagine an enemy crew wants to board you. And the captain has a window. That's brilliant. I'm always complaining about how ships are too dark inside. The escape pods are all modeled correctly on the outside, which is really nice. So if escape pods ever become a thing, the ship doesn't have to be completely redesigned. There's places for them all to actually travel and escape. Man, they're getting better every year. They are getting better every year with these things. Oh, I almost got chopped in half right there. Okay. And on the starboard side, again, we have this ladder, which looks like it traverses all the decks, which is fantastic. I love it. So with the Perseus, we now have a ship that you can kind of get to where you need quickly, no matter where you are, and no space is really wasted. Every little space is meaningful. It has the amenities that make sense everywhere, and it's just brilliant all around. Weapons in the bridge, perfect. The bridge can be locked via one panel. That's really cool. How cool is that? Pilot seat, gunner seat, co-pilot seat. Okay, so there must be some guns that you can control remotely. Wouldn't surprise me. So we know about the big two turrets that you sit in, but there must be some that are controlled remotely. Let's take her out on her maiden voyage. That doesn't look right. Well, this might be a short trip.
Attention, pilot, you are cleared for take.
Oh, she handles well. She lifted off the ground very easily. Let's look at those gear. That is rad. The gear come up quickly and the fins deploy. I'm excited. I don't think there's an eVTOL on this, but let's look. Nah. My MFDs are not lighting up.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh, there they go. Man, this thing has some futuristic sounds. And it's got 6 PDCs, folks. And, you know, that's a lot for a craft this small. With 4.4, PDCs are not quite as powerful. They're no longer here to destroy enemy ships, but they are here to detour enemy ships. And they also do very well at knocking large ordnance out of the sky as it's approaching you. So they're good for missiles and torps, bombs, and keeping size 1 fighters at a distance. Engines look gorgeous, as always. Let's set up at 45 degrees and get these engines off. Wow, the sounds. The sounds are more futuristic than we're used to. I'll say that. Okay, cruise is on. We'll be breaking cloud cover soon. And this might be a good time to actually get a screenshot for the video, for the thumbnail. Because I frequently forget to do that. And then YouTube is like, hey, you need a thumbnail. And I'm like, oops. Look how happy I am. I'm very happy in this ship. The bridge is up high, and that's fantastic for visibility. So the people in the bridge actually have a really good view of things. I'm not going to have time to do testing in this video. It is kind of just a first look, well, technically a second look. But if I have the time, I'll do like a full review in a future week where I put it through its paces for combat, cargo, box delivery, all the things that a J-gun likes to do with a ship. Man, the artists had extra time. Look at this. They really went to town on all the extra detailing and greebling. Goodbye, Lorville. And yes, we've broken atmosphere. Gonna go ahead and turn cruise control off. Look at this MFD on the right. This is more colorful than I'm used to seeing. It's very clear if a component is turned off. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, right? So, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at the inside and the outside of the new RSI Perseus. I'm super excited about this ship. I know when you have to choose a Perseus video to watch that you have other options, so thank you for choosing J-Gun's Perseus video. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will gladly find out the answers for you. Because heck, don't threaten me with a good time. If I have to get inside this thing and do some testing, I'll be happy to. And with that, we'll flip her and take a look at the belly. And happy 4.4, everybody. It just came out today. And enjoy Nyx. But maybe don't set your spawn there at this patch, because it's going to be crazy. That's it. Thanks for watching. and I hope to see you in the verse.